When using the anchor in cable preparation form, note that the adjustable anchor can be either side, but is usually decided by the team based on which side has the best landscape to facilitate hand hoisting of the cables. This usually just consists of flatter terrain with some space and less trees and other vegetation. The form also prompts you to inspect the cable, and in order to do this properly, you need to consult the bridge binder. If you are interested, the cable inspection section of the bridge binder was developed using engineered wire rope manuals that I'll provide as references below. Now when we go into Form 6.5, Anchor and Cable Preparation Quality Control Form, the first photo comes at the end of Step 1, where we place our anchor reinforcing cage in the excavation with the proper orientation as specified in the bridge binder. We take photo E2, L, and E2R. We also want to verify that the erection hooks are installed in the reinforcing cage of the adjustable side. Our next photo, E3, left and right, comes after we cast our anchor beams. Step 3, we have our photo F1, where we're actually unspooling the cables and inspecting for damages or welds. This is what I was referencing to before I started speaking to the form. Now, our final two photos come in Step 4, where we are going to thread the cables through the tubes at the fixed anchor and install all of the clamps. The quantity, spacing, and size of the clamps is based on the cable diameter and specified in the bridge binder. The clamp saddle shall lie against the live end of the cable. Remember, never saddle a dead horse. And the U-bolt of the clamp should lie against the dead end of the cable. We record our as-built number of clamps, and we'll be taking photo F2 left and right. A little note here, sometimes we'll just install 2 clamps in the moment when the community is bringing the cable across the river and the construction is moving along and we don't want to pause and torque all the clamps down, but we'll get on 2 or as many as we can, hand tighten them, get them in place, and they get all the cables in place, and then we can go back and always add more clamps before we start hoisting. And our final photo, F3, is to fully tighten the cable clamps at the fixed anchor per the manufacturer's specified torque, or a 25% reduction in the cross section of the dead end of the cable has been achieved. So we're going to do this, once again, like I mentioned, we'll want to do this after all the cables have been threaded and put in place, because we don't want to be sitting there delaying when we have 10, 20, 30 community members out there waiting to hoist or walk the cables across the river, and we're worrying about fully tightening those clamps in that exact moment. But this is something that we need to do and then take a photo of later on before we start hoisting. The two critical dimensions to record during this process are to, 1, verify that the anchor has cured properly and record its as-built length, width, and height. And 2, we want to record the as-built number of clamps per cable and the spacing between the clamps at the fixed anchor.